Grimbo! Hello! Welcome in. Happy Monday. I hope you're doing well. I didn't really check my camera or anything about my face before I did this. I'm a little late. My computer had to update. I'm a little behind because my art piece. I know, it's not the most comfortable in here, Shredder. I have to get them beds. I threw away their beds. As you can see. He's not very stoked about it. I love you. I know, you're going to have to lay in here, bed. Or go on my bed. Anyway, how's your weekend? How's your weekend going? Oh my god. I feel like I can finally breathe. That art piece, I was needing to get it done today. I have to do some more TikToks with it tomorrow, but now we focus on streaming for rent. Yeah. And I'm gonna smoke a bowl and we're gonna be on TikTok too. We're actually gonna talk about depression today. That seems a little more happy sounding than what it really is, but oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I put so much weed in here that it's really difficult. Anywho, oh my god, it's been so busy, I cannot tell you, but in a good way. Like, I've been catching up on everything. I deep cleaned the whole office. That's why I had to throw away their beds, because, because they got a walk today. Yay. So I threw away their beds because I'm pretty sure it has, like, roach and, like, mold shit from the, they were in the old apartment. So I'm like, okay, I think there's still remnants of shit in there. And I'm trying to get everything mold related out of my place. The last thing I have to do is buy myself a new mattress. Obviously, that's like $300 pretty, yeah. Roach doo-doo, and I don't even want to know if any got in there, and I don't even know about it. Ugh. I just can't, I can't believe I was in that hellhole. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, so I gotta buy them new beds, but I want to give them a bath, which I think I'll do tomorrow. I'm gonna give them some sleepy time meds. And bring them outside. So hopefully after their walk today, they won't be as hyper tomorrow. Hopefully. I should have done it today, but I had so much to do with the art piece and everything. So, and my joints are getting better, but it's like this weird middle ground where I can't ride my motorcycle and I can't like work out fully. I can do like little workouts. I can swing on the pole for like 5 minutes at a time. But truth be told, I'm still gimpy, and that's really good with just even still being gimpy. So I'm just ready to get going. Like, I feel the energy coming in, and I feel it, but my body isn't quite there yet. So I'm doing like a detox all week, like a severe one. Lots of green tea, This girl can't, I don't even know if it's a girl. This person came into the stream and she was like, oh, you need to do a liver detox, blah, blah, which makes sense because Spudgy had like really high liver markers. And I know it sounds funny, but whatever the vet says is going on with the dogs, I kind of trust it's going on with me too. That's where we got to the bottom line of the mold and everything, bacterial. So, Babas, hello. Well, hello. Bath time. Yes. Yeah, I have to give them some sleepy meds and then hook them up outside. They aren't very good about staying, so I have to leash them up, hook them up outside, and wash them. And then hopefully after rent is paid, I'll get them new beds. My goal is like to reward myself because it's been a hell of a fucking last few months. Just needed a deep breath real quick. But once rent is achieved, once rent is paid, then I'm going to get the dogs new beds. I'm going to get myself some Halloween decor, like $200-300 worth. I know that's kind of a lot, but I really want these glass pumpkins and I just want to, you know, all at once. Spudgy, hey. But I'm working on these art pieces and I hope these art pieces sell. There's 9 more that I have to do, so we'll see if I can do them tomorrow. And there's 3 more Rangoons. I didn't even do the Rangoon videos. I was supposed to post one today. I don't know if I will. Tomorrow I will post many. No, I'll post 1 or 2. But thank you, Bubba's. I hope you're having a good day. At least it's warm outside. Yeah, it's still warm and like a good warm, not hot, not cold. Still a little sweaty warm, but that's not bad. That's okay. But yeah, my joints are feeling so much better and I'm so excited. They're not there yet, but like it was to the point where like it was difficult to sit down and go to the bathroom. Like doing that sitting motion was awful. And it would take me forever to go into the sit motion. So now I can just kind of sit down. It still is, like when I sit, there's like a pinch, but it's not as bad as before. And so I know that's a little like TMI, but that's the best way I could describe the pain, how it was. And now it's getting better and like my house is clean. I've been able to like deep clean my home and freaking mop like on a daily now. Like I do a mop through, whereas like I could only mop like 1 room a day. It took me like a few hours to mop and vacuum that room. And it just wore me out because all the pain that I was in and like, you know, fucking dealing with that shit. Feels so nice to be out of it. You guys have no idea. And I literally can't thank anyone but you guys for that, because you guys have literally supported me financially, mentally, everything. Like even down to physically, because some of the people on the stream are the reasons why I have the mobile devices and stuff I have. So I'm so happy it's here because I was getting scared there because it's taking forever and I don't want to be like leading you guys on a string or something like, oh yeah, I'm going to get better, and never get better. Like I felt it in my bones I was going to get better. I knew, like, literally. But also, yeah, I felt it in my bones that I was going to get better, and I'm feeling like we're almost there. So that's why I'm like detoxing heavily this week, because when I was in remission last, what I ate a lot was what I eat a lot now. Lots of garlic, lots of yogurt, red meat, onions, herbs. Then I ate a lot of spaghetti. And I just learned today that I should probably eat more carbs than I do because I need short chain fatty acids, which are byproducts of the probiotics, which help speed along like mold detoxification, which is so fucking nice. You have no idea, because I've been going carbless, completely carbless. And the fact that I can like get, like at first, like I was getting like a bowl of ramen and I felt so bad. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be so fucked after this. But I didn't feel like my joints didn't feel worse the next day. So I'm like, am I fucked? Yeah. Cause like if I like mold protocol is like carbs and sugar feed mold. So completely carbless. And then I learned like, okay, it's okay to have like a little bit like potatoes or like good starches. And I get like whole wheat ramen at Jinya. And or whole grain, I think, one or the other. But like I've never had a bad reaction to it, but I do it very limitedly because it's carbs. So I was like, okay, this is like considered junk food now to me because I can't eat it all the time, right? But whenever I ate ramen, I was like, I feel fine, you know? So maybe that's why, because I would crave it and I would need those short chain fatty acids through a carb form like that potato, and that's where maybe like when I was eating the burritos, it had potatoes in them, and maybe that's where like I was feeling a lot better at that point, like, so much like right now. So I hope just upwards from here. I took myself off 2 medicines. I'm only on the prednisone. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I hope that's the right decision. Smell mop, herbs, you say? Yes, herbs. Gotta get them carbs and feeds the gat, right? Dude, I love carbs. Like, I love potatoes. I love pancakes. Like, I used to eat pancakes every morning, and I had such a cute butt. I think I still have a cute butt now, but I've lost so much muscle, so much weight, so much, like, my muscles just atrophied, So I have to rebuild them, which is okay. That's A-okay to me because, funny enough, I build muscle, like, extremely weirdly fast. I think it's that all hell the booty. I don't. I'm not too worried. Like, I know when my joints get better, it'll just be boom, 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 and I'm so excited because I love working out. Like, it's not like a chore to me, and because I've been bedlocked for like 10 years, like, imagine not being able to do anything for 10 years that you love. Going grocery shopping, no. Even walking to the front of the store, no. Walking into a restaurant, no. Only drive through, only pickup, not even pickup, delivery only. So, like, life was very limiting for me, and I was fine with that. I needed to heal in so many ways, emotionally, physically, mentally. So I was fine with the isolation. But now with my physicalness going out, it feels good. I feel ready. Like, I feel ready to talk to people. Joe, hello. I can't let me see. You're funny, Bubba's. But yeah, it's good. And that's actually, okay, so that's what I want to talk about today is depression, right? Now, I've talked about this before, and I was very transparent through this journey, so a lot of you guys know, but I'm going to post this on YouTube and stuff now. I got to start posting, and I really want to start being consistent. I got my art piece. I have one more art series that I'm going to work on tomorrow, and the Rangoons. But after that, and I'm trying to hash those out tomorrow and Wednesday. So after that, like, everything's consistent, but I want to start being consistent right now. And so, like, every day I've been, like, waking up 4 a.m., freaking meditating, dogs, drinking broth, drinking water, go get coffee, do a vlog, videos, all these things. Like, I'm trying to boom, 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 but I had to catch up on some stuff. But regardless, I want to start, like, today, trying to focus my best on being consistent with the streams and stuff. This is so cute. They're just like puppy pile behind me. I feel so bad that they have to lay on the ground. But I want to talk about, whoa, aw, Bubba's, thank you. You guys, I made $100 last month on Twitch. That's so cool. Thank you guys so much, for real. You guys support me all over through the platforms in so many ways. I can't thank you guys enough. I know, $100. That's cool as fuck, dude. You have no idea. Like, I never thought I'd be making even that much on Twitch. So I love that. Okay, but today I want to talk about depression, guys. It's cereal. All right? It really is. But I want to talk about it in a different way. Okay, you guys know my method to things is different. And with what I went through, like, I know that the depression was a side factor of my joints. I always have known that because I've known, like, when my joints are bad, like, everything fucking sucks. Duh. I'm in pain. Mentally, I'm not there. Today, told you I was going to double in time, right? I know, just waiting for TikTok Shop. I did have my first viral video on TikTok Shop. Did I do any good with it? No. I didn't make any bank. One dude was like $110,000 in sales, and I was like, not in my account, brother. Not in my... Where? Not fucking here. Probably in that whole shop or something, right? But that encourages me to keep going. I have that one viral vid, and I feel like that's just a sprinkle of a breadcrumb, and okay, like, yes, go, keep going, and you'll get that one video that just takes off and you make bank, and then the next one's up from there, But I want to talk about depression in different ways than people talk about because, you know, I'm serious about people getting help about it. But my method is different, and I've learned a lot through being depressed with my joints and how it's your gut biome and stuff like that. So I'm going to tell you guys what I think will help you if you have depression, if you are depressed, and things that helped me when I was depressed to get out of the zone. And the first thing I think you guys got to remember is when you're depressed, your mind is sick. Your mind and maybe even your body. Um, it's not just you being a lazy piece of s, you know. A lot of people have that like guilt, you know, which is annoying because I had a nice art piece. Thank you, B9. Um, hold on, guys. Depression. That's kind of a morbid title, but it doesn't matter. Um, Also, we are technically streaming for Rent. It's due Thursday. I'm gonna focus real hard tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday on it. Maybe by some miracle, someone buys my art piece. Um, so, but I just want to kind of focus. I'll here and there drop that, but I want to start focusing on podcasts more because I want to do those again. When I feel healthier, Spudgy, oh my god, please stop. Hey, thank you. I don't know why you didn't just don't go to the other room. But I want to get back into my podcast is what I was saying earlier. Um, because I like talking about this stuff, but when I'm not very healthy, it's hard to even focus on feeling inspired to talk about shit, you know. And today I was thinking like, wow, I went through some pretty severe depression there. I really wanted to die. Not to be like, you know, woes me or anything. And truth be told, you guys know the way I base it, and if you're new, if anything, there was like a few years ago when I called the hotline and, you know, the hotline. I was like, give me someone to fucking talk to, brother. And they're like, oh, we can refer you and you gotta pay. And I'm like, oh, bitch, what? Damn, you guys suck. So then I vowed. There was a time beforehand when my dad was going through a crisis thing with his PTSD, and he called some sort of line, and they showed up, guns drawn at the door with police officers, and that was awful for him. So before my experience, I had learned that with my father's experience that happened, and that made me feel so sad. And then when I had my experience, I was like, what the fuck? So I think the more you're able to talk about this stuff, the better. Rather than having this threat of like being thrown into a loony bin, I think we should like explore why we feel these certain ways and come to like, you know, it is pretty normal to feel these ways, especially in this capitalistic hell that we live in, and a lot of us are struggling, right? So I feel like that's realistic, you know, and avoiding talking about it is avoiding the healing part of it. And it isn't fun talking about it, but I feel like accepting the emotions as just emotions and nothing like permanent is the way to do it, you know. But through this, I've learned where my depression lies and stuff. Um, and I don't think, hello, Ibar Charmander. We'll be on TikTok too. I don't think personally, like, you know, there's not one size fits all for depression, right? But I think these tips that I can offer can help a good amount of people because they're not your normal tips, and they're out of the box because, not because, but they're just out of the box. They're meant to, it's just what I did, you know? And first thing, like I said, if you have depression, if you know someone going through depression, you gotta realize it's like having the flu, but like in your brain, right? And when I first like started realizing like there's any kind of mental depression, anything like that going on, I wanted to sleep a lot. And I think a lot of people who are depressed have trouble with that because there's the work life balance and there's the sleeping and, you know, mental health balance. And I've been there, you know, and it's difficult, but that's where I can say, like, the first thing you got to recognize is that your mind is sick. And that's where, you know, when you have the flu, you usually prioritize sleep, right? Um, And that's what you got to do. And a lot of people feel this level of guilt when they're prioritizing their sleep, you know, or even if they sleep a little bit because they're depressed. And if that's what you think, that used to be me, but the way I switched it in my mind was, Joe, thank you. The way I switched it in my, thank you for the likes, you guys. Welcome in. Hello, you guys. We're on Twitch if you want to come hang out. Link in my bio. Hello, Garrett. I have a new art piece available. Go check it out. Also in the link in my bio. But a lot of people in this day and age really think that rest is something of like a lazy man. A lazy man's doing. And Albert Einstein and lots of big time philosophers prioritized rest. Rest is when their subconscious connected to the divine, ultimate, universe, God, whatever you want to call it. Right? So it's really funny to me that like there's this sector of like high intelligent people who are like, yes, rest is important, rest is everything. And then this portion of people who are like, rest is for lazy people. And you know which class does that, right? And that's the mindset that we're ingrained to believe because, why? Systematic things. And I'm not going to go into that. Hello, Tyler. Because we're going to focus on the depression and not the systematic beliefs of it all, okay? Because I could go on forever with that. I don't want to blur the lines. Jesse, hello. We're over on Twitch, you guys. If you guys want to come hang out, link in my bio. Thank you for the follow and the likes. We're earning for rent too. So if you want to donate, sub to my stuff, all that goes to it. It's due on Thursday. So we're going to be doing this all day this week. Every day this week. But, when I first started my journey, I quit my job, and I remember, like, literally, do you remember when you woke up from school on weekends thinking it was school, right? And no school, nothing, and, like, you go back to sleep, you're either relieved or maybe a little frustrated because, God, damn it, I woke up and I didn't want to wake up, and it's Saturday and I didn't, I hated that. And then I realized during the work time, thank you, Bubba, it still happens to you, right? I realized when I was working a lot that, like, when I moved into the adulthood, when I started working corporate, that the same thing, I'd wake up on a weekend thinking I missed my shift or something, and I didn't work, Sometimes I would even show up for a shift, and I don't work today. Oh, okay, and that was so annoying, and almost kind of like it was like it's a stress response, right? So when I first quit corporate and decided to do content creating and social media, that was like the biggest hurdle I had to get over. I spent like 6 months just resting, right? Making my own schedule, making my own hours, sleeping when I needed because I was really sick then. And I was on chemo then too. So I literally just like cut myself off of chemo, kicked my ex-boyfriend out, and hey, Mimi. And you're so cute. Quit my job, decided to go content creating and go from there. And I remember I spent like 6 months like like stressing myself out from that whole like waking up in the middle of the night thinking I missed my shift kind of shit. Like, I shit you not. And I was like, this has to be some sort of like PTSD stress response, right? And I think that's kind of like what it is. Like, people who have that in their life, it's it's a fear of like, if I miss this, then I'm going to lose my job, my livelihood, my everything. It's a huge fear. And it makes sense why a lot of us are rooted in that and we're driven through that and why we get depressed, right? Good evening, Myth AI. How you doing? I need a tent. I got roped. I don't know how it's going to be. Oh no. Bubba's, thank you for the gift. I'm not sure if duct tape is even your best bet with that, friend. Look at these cute ghosts. Thank you, Grimbo. Those are cute. Probably not. Yeah. I wish I could help, bro. For real. I don't know. I don't even have any ideas. I'm sure, like, you've tried shelters and all, so I don't want to suggest something that's, like, Captain Obvious shit. Are you okay? I know. Did I take the beds? I'm sorry. I'll get you new ones, I promise. I'm sorry. Anywho, so, um, I think a lot of times when people have like anything, actually, I can't even say just mental illness, physical even, because look at me. Um, we want to rely on the Western medicine because it's kind of like this weird. I don't know even know how it happened, but we just really believe that they have all the answers. They can with one pill cure us, and I think that's what they want us to think. That's the whole point of it. Like, oh, take this and it'll, ba boom, bada bing. And so a lot of times when there's like some chemistry going on that we know is off, we just rely on a doctor to figure it out for us, right? And it's not as complicated as these doctors make it seem, but it is complicated. It's very complicated to where I don't even understand it, right? But there's an easy way to understand it, in the ways that a lot of us have stress responses and there's dopamine that's not being filled. And we source it out sometimes through unhealthy ways. Might be partying, might be substance abuse, might be, and sometimes we source it through healthy ways, working out, motorcycle riding, hiking, new hobbies, painting, stuff like that. So when you start recognizing that the depression is like a lack of dopamine and stuff like that, then you kind of sit there and wonder, okay, where in my life do I get this dopamine, And that's where you got to be cautious because you got to understand, some can be unhealthy, some can be healthy, and there's a fine line. Some can be unhealthy if you do too much, and in moderation is fine, alcohol and food and things like that, even working out. So, you know, a lot of times people say diet and exercise, like that is so true with depression. Okay, it is. But there's root things chemical wise that are happening as well. When you're going through a depressive phase, a lot of people struggle with brushing their teeth, taking showers, stuff like that. For me, if that's you, I used mouthwash a lot. That was something that I kind of clung to because I think maybe every 3 days was like my limit of not brushing my teeth. But nonetheless, I would ride it out for the 3 days. I don't eat a lot of sugar. In fact, like none. Not none forever. Like you guys know that I treat myself once in a while, but my regular diet on a daily basis, no sugar. Um, so welcome in, you guys. Hello, Wizard of Pause. Welcome in. I use Dark Wave a lot. Nice. I had done for making people happy. Me too. Anger is a gift. That's so funny. I love that. Donald Trump. I don't have a. I don't have a. I suggest listening to Cure and Dissing. Yeah. So when you are going through a depressive episode, if it were me, okay, so pretend I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm not certified in anything. I just sit here and have been so sick that I just had to learn, okay? And I've trialed and errored with myself because why fucking not? The doctors treat me like a guinea pig. I might as well do it myself. So this is what I did for myself when I was depressed, okay? First off, you need to recognize that your gut biome is so imperative because your brain nerve endings end in your tum-tums, okay? So what you're eating does matter. That's why diet matters. Now, that doesn't mean you can just eat salads for the rest of your life and like you should be fixed. No. You need good bacteria in there. It's the bad bacteria. It's the parasites. I don't know if you have butt worms. You might, but let's just say you have an imbalance of bad bacteria. Death comes ripping hello and Bubba's thank you. It's usually just a bad or an imbalance of bad bacteria, okay? If it were me, I got my certification at Dr. Pepper University. I am a doctor in that sense. Hey, guys. No, I don't want to claim that. I'm not a doctor. I don't want someone to like try to sue me. But this is what I do for myself, okay? You don't have to go sugar free, okay? But sugar feeds the bad bacteria. But what I do suggest is neutralizing, which is just introducing good bacteria, okay? Fermented foods, probiotics. Probiotics in foods, not supplements, okay? If you're lactose intolerant, kimchi, fermented vegetables, sauerkraut, stuff like that. There's lots of other things I can't think of, but I use Greek yogurt. stuff like that. There's Activia. They have like this really good little drinkable like Danimals style yogurt that has probiotics in it, and that really helped a lot. So, one thing I want you to look at, this is going to be TMI, but I don't give a shit, no pun intended. But look at your poop, okay? If you are constipated or like have the mad poops or like it's a little difficult to poop, or it's painful to poop, is your mental health going hand in hand with that? Is the mental health declining at the same times? Once again, TMI, but I found when I was like irregular in any way, my joints flare and my mental health is not as great either. Whether it be foggy headed, fatigue, or just thinking more negative thoughts. And I eat a very selective diet, as you guys know. Like, I have the same smoothie every day, and there's like 4 places I get one thing at. I get a Dunkin' coffee, and the same coffee every day. No sugar, just stevia. And then I get a In-N-Out burger with no bun, extra onion, and I get that like once or twice a week. I get salads from Salad and Go, and those are really healthy for you. They make their own dressings. And then I eat chorizo and eggs at home. And right now, chicken broth too. So that I make at home. Chicken stock. So with like bone collagen and stuff. So very selective, and that's all I eat. So every once in a while, I'll get myself like a donut, or like every 2 weeks, I'll go get like a ramen bowl or McDonald's nuggets or a hash brown, but it's not on a daily. And so that way, like when I do eat something, I know it triggers me and stuff. So I do notice that when I eat McDonald's more specifically, because I don't really eat much in the way of fast food. I know In-N-Out is fast food, but it's higher quality than McDonald's could ever wish to be. But that's why I eat it, because it's like kind of a safe food. Danny boy, hello. I know, welcome in, you guys. Raspberry kombucha. But when I eat McDonald's, I notice my mental health the next day is like poopy as fuck, dude. Like, I don't know what it is. I have a theory, but I'm not gonna go into that. But nonetheless, I know it messes with the gut biome. Okay. So, if you have an imbalance of bad bacteria and you eat lots of bad foods, it's just feeding that bad bacteria, okay? Do you necessarily need to cut all the food? You probably should. Sugar and any, refined foods, fast food and stuff. But there are fast foods out there that you can replace with bad fast food. Like, you don't need McDonald's, Arby's, Wendy's, anything like that, okay? You can replace that with In-N-Out. You can replace that with Salad and Go, or, healthier alternatives to kind of get that dopamine fix of getting food from on the go, but still choosing healthier options, right? But you should be incorporating probiotics and fiber, okay? Plant soluble, water soluble fiber, which is plant fiber, which is vegetables, okay? I know nobody likes their fucking vegetables, okay? Some of you do, okay? Sweet potato, great fiber. I eat 1 or 2 avocados in my smoothie every day. It depends on how I'm feeling. Usually I just do one because I usually have a salad or something else in the day. Panera bread. Yes, Panera bread is good. I love Panera bread. Yeah, so anything, salad related is great for you. A lot of y'all can walk already, okay? So you don't need to be as restrictive, like no sugar, okay? But I'm telling you right now, this soda is killing y'all. These energy drinks are killing y'all, okay? Because I could drink one of those and literally I will be crippled the next day. Do I think me determines everyone? No, but I'm just saying that probably means there's a lot of bad shit in it, if it does that to me. So lucky you, it doesn't happen, but you don't need to cut things out if you can walk and shit, obviously. But if you have a chronic illness like I do, it might behoove you to do that. But regardless, adding just like a little bit of probiotic something is good for you. Joe mentioned kimchi, or not kimchi, fucking kombucha. That stuff's great for you, great for your gut health, apple cider vinegar. I would say if it were me, personally, what I do is I do all three. I do a trifecta. I do apple cider vinegar, because I personally don't like kombucha. So I just add the apple cider vinegar, which has like the same kind of probiotic bacteria, good bacteria in it. And I do lots of Greek yogurt, which has like a lactobacillium kind of bacteria that kills the bacteria and the bad bacteria that's in the small intestine and stuff like that. And then, an avocado. So pretty much all you need is just some sort of like the avocados for fiber, but plant water fiber, and then if you ferment, you know, sometimes I eat kimchi. It's like a beet kimchi that I eat like every other day, and then garlic, obviously, but so it's not fermented anymore. The one that I eat, it's pickled, so I'm not really sure if that does anything. But the raw garlic is great for you. I've been dying to try kimchi. Really? Yeah, I eat it just for the health benefits. Probably would be better on a taco or something, or some rice with some chicken. But yeah, I just eat like a spoonful every other day. But every day I do the yogurt, I do the avocado, and then the apple cider vinegar. But I'm just trying to encourage y'all to add that in, because if you really are sick of feeling sad for no fucking reason, because that's how it happens. Okay, you're not crazy for thinking you're feeling sad for no reason. It's an imbalance in your brain because of what's in your gut. And if you can just start adding some probiotics, like I said, if you don't want to be eating yogurt and like all that healthy shit, I really highly recommend. And if you're not sensitive to sugar, probiotic Activia, that Jamie Lee Curtis shit, first off, is delicious. I love drinkable yogurt. And yeah, it's really good. And I noticed really good results in my body. Like my poops were better, my joints even felt better. So yeah, unfortunately, I started becoming reactive to the sugar, so I just switched to my own drinks. But that would be my first step, and in that, you're having trouble with hygiene, probably take it easy on yourself. Who gives a fuck? Okay? There's people who probably smell worse. They're probably not wiping their own ass, okay? And they're not even depressed. That's kind of mean, but still, nonetheless. But very quiet. You read my mind. Hell yeah. For the tacos, yeah, that sounds good. And still don't wipe. That's okay. Hey, you do you. Nonetheless, for me, my little hacks for that were just mouthwash, baby wipes, baby wipe baths, The best thing I could say is take it easy on yourself, because, like I said, the first thing you want to remember is that your brain is sick, okay? Treat it like your brain has the flu. It's just a little guy and he has the flu, okay? And treat it as such. You need rest to heal, okay? Get some vitamin C in your body. Get some broth. Chicken soup, the reason why chicken soup is so healing is because if it's made with chicken stock, which is just boiling chicken legs, if you want to boil some drumsticks with some salt and pepper, you've got chicken stock and it's delicious, okay? It's just chicken broth. It's the same thing but better. Some people are like, oh, I don't like chicken stock. It's probably the stuff on the shelf that you don't like, because I don't either. That's why I make my own. Luckily for you, it's very easy to make your own. You just boil some chicken legs, okay? And that's literally my breakfast every morning, but it has collagen in it, okay? There's a mucus lining in your gut, all right? And it gets damaged very easily with what we eat, especially in the American diet. If you take any over-the-counter stuff, okay, you're going to have some damage to your gut lining. So the best thing you can do is start incorporating some collagen that your body can take in easily. And collagen comes from like the bones of the chicken legs and stuff like that. So it's really good for your gut to have chicken stock. And that's why chicken noodle soup is like really good for you, because you got the protein, you got the herbs, and usually there's bay leaves and stuff like that in chicken noodle soup. And then you've got the starches, potatoes, carrots, noodles, and the celery is great for you. Celery is great for aromatic, and then it's also great for what the fuck, like some sort of detoxing. And then the onions are great as antimicrobial. Same with garlic. There's a specific reason why it's meant for like a healing soup, right? So if you treat your brain like you're sick, okay, especially if you're depressed, baby yourself, okay? I want to baby you. I'm imagining like some random person being depressed right now. And like, if I could just give you all the time to lay down and rest and eat all the soup that you need, and all the orange